Hi, I would like to welcome you to what is probably the worst filming setup of all time, because I read about this clear CD from Lorde, and this channel being drums and junk. Well, there's plenty of drums, but not enough junk. So, I mean, there's junk right there, I'm sure, but this kind of junk, that kind of junk. Like, we need more junk. Everybody needs more junk, but I have lots of it, and I'm not doing anything with it. You may hear my bird in the background. He's hearing me talk, so he's jealous that he's not up here. You saw him in a previous video screaming on my shoulder while I'm playing guitar. I'm going to move some of this junk. Try and close the door so maybe he won't be as prominent. So, I have lots and lots of CD players. So, I figure, why not find out how many this actually works in? So, in the most disorganized and haphazard way possible, I am going to test this CD. And what we're going to use is every single CD player that I can find. Let's see, I have stuff like this Sony MP3 Discman. I have this, for some reason, Papa John's festooned Panasonic CD player, Sans ESP, I believe, in varying states of functionality and disarray. This thing, which has also been a storage unit for literally ages. And again, the most haphazard setup you've ever seen in your life. So this will be fun, right? This will be fun? No, this won't be fun. This will be tedious, poorly shot, annoying to watch, and frustrating. But I'm doing it anyway. So what we're going to be using to verify that there's sound is this guy. I have no idea any of the history behind it. I am not as coordinated or as organized as anybody else who does these videos. This is a Proton clock radio, which happens to have an auxiliary input. So I am going to plug things into that, at least in the shot here. Again, the most haphazard and disorganized setup you've ever seen in your life. But we also will need a control. So, this guy, what did I say about disorganized and haphazard? The CD, not the device, although the device is super cool. I tried to find something I thought would be royalty-free, and I can't think of anything better than, how do you pronounce this? Mallet head. I have no idea. I found this in a thrift store. It appears to be on Frontier Records. The compact disc logo is officially on it. It is copyright 1990, if the camera will focus. Yeah, 1990 Frontier Records. So, let's verify that this works. It do. Again, I don't know if this is, that sounded quite a lot like AC/DC. The rest of the song is interesting. I will let you listen to it for yourself. But if for some reason this does not play in a player, we will put mallet head in and see if mallet head works. So let's start the testing. This has not been opened yet, and now you get to see me awkwardly try to open it because I am not prepared in any way. This is usually not terribly frustrating to open a compact disc, but you know what? I decided I'm not going to edit this either, which is probably a poor decision because there will be a lot of fumbling with AA batteries and power sources of I have more than just portable players. as I showed you. So let's try not to... Yeah. Let's verify that this is indeed... Amazon sent me the clear CD, as you can see. That is actually really cool. I collect various media, and CDs are amongst them. And this is super cool. I don't know why it's super cool. I think it's super cool. It probably really isn't. It's just a CD without the reflective layer over the substrate, which is super annoying. Also, not the least of which is because I can't tell which way is up. I can't tell if this is up or if this is up. So let's find out. Let's open this up. We'll set mallet head right here for now. I'm going to put this in here and hope that I got the right side up. Let's find out what happens. Hit play. Oh, it is spinning up. Although it may just be trying to get a better handle on the table of contents. No, I think that's a fail. I think that is a fail. It is a C13. And that is the... That is the PBD V30. PBD-V30. Portable DVD Discman. That is a fail. But let's do this. Let's flip this over. Let's carefully... I think that was down, because the ridge is usually on the bottom of the CD. I'm carefully checking with my fingernail, so I don't actually fingerprint the disc, which I've already done. Which, ironically, may improve the chances of it being able to read, although it's not reflective, fingerprints aren't. So let's do this. Let's have mallet head help us out a little bit here. Put this right here, and we'll get our next victim. I may edit between these, between me grabbing a new player, because it'll be super annoying for you to sit here and listen to me ramble on for an hour. Well, I don't have AA batteries. Will return momentarily. So, I have returned with this, the MP3 G protection. It is actually the DCJ101. I was going to make this fancy-ass spreadsheet, but I decided I'm not going to do that, because this is, again, disorganized and lazy. Just to verify this works, let's plug this guy in. Come on, mallet head. We have mallet head. All right. That beep. Way to get rid of that beep is to hold down, most of these, hold down the stop button when you put the batteries in. All right, Lorde, let's see what you can do here. Oh, that. Yes. Yes. And you can see the CD text there. I'm going to stop that because I will most likely get a copyright strike. Not that I really care if this video is monetized, because the most popular video I have is a re-edited version, well, de-edited version of No Diggity by Blackstreet, which for some reason, oh God. Here you go, folks. This is why you don't leave batteries in CD players. Some of these are just stuff I picked up at thrift stores or garage sales and have had in boxes or whatever for ages. I'm going to put that on the back burner. Let's try this guy. The Iowa EASS 3X, rather, the XP V7250C, which has batteries in it that are mildly leaking, but let's go ahead and... Did I mention this was going to be disorganized and embarrassing? Perhaps I didn't say embarrassing, but that's implied with this. And nothing I've ever done has been organized in any way, and this is not going to be the start. So, let's see. Let's, mallet head. Come on, mallet head. iOS CD players, before they were made by Sony, I believe that they had their own deal before they were with Sony. There's mallet head. Some of them had this 3-light system that I think I have another one that you may see that in. That showed the why did I unplug that? That showed the status, the battery status, I believe. Red, yellow, and green, like a stoplight. How many tracks are on this? Yeah. There are 8 or 9 tracks on that, maybe 10. I can't tell. Let me show you guys that. Let's open this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe? I can't count with my eyes, but you can tell there's more than 4 tracks. Well, actually, I lied. 11 tracks. It said 4 for a second there. I thought, but... yeah, it counted up to 4. What is that? Huh? Okay. Is it on random mode? Oh, I bet I know what it is. Resume is off. ESS is all the way up. What was that? I don't know. No, this makes 0 sense at the moment. I'm not sure what the deal is. Just hold on. Okay, and pushing play. Alright, well, that weird noise is going to be our Pavlovian success. So, our bat zones will be the constant here, I suppose. So the Iowa was a success. Here's another unique one. The SL PH270, which has its own speaker system. Weirdly enough, this is heavy. No, it's just heavy because of the speakers, I'm guessing. Let's see. Let's do this to save time. Let's just put this in, see what happens. If we need to pull mallet head out, we will. But hold. Where's the hold switch? There it is. No disc. I think that's a no-go. No disc. All right, just to demonstrate the fun speaker system here. It's on speaker mode. Why is this starting on the second track? Oh, it's on random. I forgot that Panasonic has these switches on the side that lots of CD players have momentary, or the buttons that you just push once and the player forgets when you turn it on the next time. But this one does not. Lots of early Panasonics had these permanent switches to where you put it on and it stays where you put it, which I guess makes a lot of sense if you're a old school solid state kind of person, which is convenient at times. I hate listening to myself ramble in videos, so I'm sure that it'd be super annoying for anybody else listening. So this one I would like to test, but of course, like I said, not prepared. This is the Technics SLXP700. This is a cool CD player. It's super thin, and it's made of, feels like metal. This feels like plastic, maybe polycarbonate of some sort, but this is definitely metal. This could come off. Oh no, it didn't come off. The spindle does not have retainers. It's just a spindle which has the retainer and the lid. Maybe we can use old 97s, but they would probably hit a copyright match much easier than mallet head will. I keep saying sorry, mallet head. I tarnished your name by saying mullet head. March 1991 for this guy. And the reason I can't test him out at the moment is because He takes 2 of the gum stick batteries. He's so thin. This is a really cool CD player, unless you need to take batteries with you. And he's got a normal DC 3 volt. We're going to set him to the side because I want to try him out later. Here's a fun one. This is one of my favorite designs. I don't know why. It's kind of ugly, but this is one of my favorite players. The Sony DFJ 401. And these guys, I think this one will be able to do it. These guys were, when Sony started getting real fancy with the G protection and the off and on switch. And we'll try Lorde right off the bat here. I'm not being very careful with this, pretty much because I could just order another copy right now. Did I put the batteries in wrong? Or are the contacts corroded? They are probably corroded. Because it's, for some reason, 75% of the time, you will find corrosion in the battery compartments of these things. It's just par for the course. I may need to get a 3-volt power supply and have that at the ready here because these contacts are screwed. I have another one of these somewhere that doesn't have the weather band on it, but we'll just move on. We'll grab this guy. I think this is going to be a no-go. It's too old. This is early 90s. And it looks very much like the other Panasonic, which just failed, which had the speakers on it. But we'll give it the old college try. Actually, I was right. October 95, I was sort of right. I said, this has got a cool little hold lock switch, which didn't catch on. Open. We'll try mallet head real quick just to verify. There's all kinds of cool stuff on this guy. High filter. Interesting. All right, well, let's give this a shot. No, apparently we will not. This guy doesn't work either. Did these batteries just go weak on me, or did I just put these in backwards? No, I did not. Maybe I just need to go get a 3-volt supply. There we go. And it lights up. There's mallet head. All right. And hold lock works. All right. Like I said, I think this is going to be a no-go. I think this is pretty much going to turn into anything after sort of ESP took over is probably going to be readed a lot better than these. It's spinning. I can feel it. But it is not reading. Yeah, no disc. I apologize about the lighting. Again, haphazard, embarrassing, all of those things. I don't even know how the audio sounds because I'm not wearing a microphone. I just figured, had the idea, I'm gonna go for it. Because I have all these stupid CD players sitting in bins. And I'm like, I need to do something with them. What am I going to do with them? Since this channel is called Drums and Junk, I might as well do this with them. Demonstrate them one by one. All right, this is the D-225CR, $3, orange. This is kind of an interim model. We'll throw a mallet head in just to verify that it works. Verify that it works. Oh, hold, which didn't come on right away. There it is. Oh, it beeps. That's fun. All right. It's not AC/DC, I swear. All right, Lorde, let's see what you do. It's trying. No disc. Nope. All right. Next, we have... What do we have next? I'm starting to get to the point where I am thinking that certain models just aren't going to work. And it might just be pointless to throw batteries in them because it's a waste of your time and mine. This one's disgusting. This one's gross. I'm going to get, ugh. Yeah, I'm not doing this. It's this is not so old. This is mid-90s. It's a cool car disc, man. Some of these are just literally garage sale or thrift store finds that were in whatever condition, and it's like $3. I'll grab it for $3. I'm not expecting anything super fantastic. Let's do this. This guy, the A-Track 3 Plus, the D-NE 320. Can we focus? Sort of. The writing is so... Yeah, there we go. The D-NE 320. And this one is interesting because it just has the one AA well, because they had gotten it close enough. I think this one's going to work, so I'm just going to toss Lorde straight in there. That's just cool. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. I really don't. Whoever can watch my channel. I don't care who you are. Yeah. There we go. The sweet sound of success. The sweet murmur of success. Whatever that is. I kind of have the sneaking suspicion. It's not really a sneaking suspicion. It's a, how can I make this video the least annoying possible? These models here might be interesting. This is sort of an interim model. Sort of between the two other kinds that are pre-A-Track, it's ESP2, but it's not quite G protection. And I'm kind of interested to know if that one could work. I am pulling up a chair because my back is frankly killing me. So if anything goes weird, I'm sorry. That's actually much better. I've never really done this before, so you'll have to excuse my amateurish presentation, but I've frankly seen worse, and I've enjoyed them, so that's not promising. Hold is on, though. Still not promising. I didn't think this looked terrible. Maybe these batteries just aren't... There we go. This takes a little bit of finagling. All right, mallet head. This one's questionable. I'm going to throw a mallet head in first. Beep. This one, frankly, reminds me very much of the one a couple of, yeah. It made the same sort of beep, but it didn't have quite the same display. I'm not sure why this is making such a weird sound, but yeah, come on. All right, Lorde, let's see what you do. I'm not terribly, it's like you're gonna be able to see it spinning. Yeah, there's gonna be a pretty clear division, I think, in which players can play this and which players can't. And I think it's just gonna be down, you know, the G protection line, I'm gonna call it, where Sony introduced G protection. And have we encountered a Panasonic that can play it yet? I don't think so, but I know that I have some Panasonics that can play it. In fact, here's one right here. I almost guarantee you this guy is going to be able to do it. The SL-MP73J. I just happen to have that near the top of the stack. God. All right. Yeah, I apologize. Because, frankly, I haven't touched these in ages, and this one's really disgusting. No, I can't get the batteries out of here. Yes, I can. Yeah. Well, folks, I think that is that's going to require some cleanup. I can do it. I can clean it, but that's disgusting. It's not going to happen in this video. I can already hear people screaming at me. Well, here's a consolation prize that has a clean battery compartment. The Rio Volt. This is a cool deal. I've always, I wanted one of these so bad when I was in high school, the PSX 100. I did not know that by heart. I just read it because, frankly, I don't know a lot of model numbers by heart. But doing this through the camera lens is fun. Did I even, right? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right. since this one's kind of a big question mark, I'm going to guess it's probably going to work because it's new enough that it reads MP3s and they're expecting burned CDs to be used in it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to It is not working. Not at all. Let's see what happens here. I am not hearing that. I moved the laser sled. I'm not pushing on the actual laser itself, or the laser lens itself, but on the... Yeah, I think that is a lost cause. Because what you should hear is that returning to the center right there. You should hear that returning to the center. Some sort of a screech noise, and that's not happening. So I don't think that that's working. Some of these I have not pulled out and put batteries in ages. Very obviously, since some of them are completely destroyed. That's a Panasonic that's not going to work. The whole idea of this was to test this on as many CD players as possible, but it's frankly getting fairly obvious that that's not going to be worth our time. So here is the Sony S2, the D-SJ301. I think this is going to work because generally so far our G protection tests have proven to work. So this is probably more reductive than anything else. I probably didn't even say that right. I think this is going to work, but I'm going to plug this in anyway, just so we get the response that we want. Look out there, mallet head. The display is cocked a little bit, so I think this is one of the ones that lights up, but I don't know. There we go. All right. All right. Stop. Please stop. Not that I dislike Lorde or anything, but that's a terrible sound. It's not a very rewarding sound to hear upon success. Hey, who am I kidding? It's kind of rewarding. Know that it worked. Again, I think this is very... We're just proving that newer players are better at playing it. See, I've got... Let's see. With this guy, that's not going to play it. I guarantee you. We've proven pretty much so far. You know what? This guy, I don't think this is going to work either. This guy I don't think is going to work either. Yeah, generally the ones with this battery cover and this vintage, well, actually, you know what? I'm full of crap. This battery cover has been used quite a lot longer than I expected. This actually may work now that I'm thinking about it. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's right there. I'm stupid. Let's do this correctly. Take our time. I did promise embarrassment. I won't let you down there. All right. This is kind of a cool little player. Panasonic had the pastels going on. When they decided to throw color in their players, it was always shades of blue and silver, it seems like. Let's see. We'll throw mallet head in there. We haven't heard mallet head in a minute. So, anti-shock. I think this one's going to work, honestly. All right. The soothing sounds of mallet head. All right. Let's see if this is shot, shall we? Honestly, I think this is going to work. Let's see if it reads the TOC. No disc. What's interesting is Panasonic did not change their CD mix. So that's a newer Panasonic. That is a 2000 model Panasonic. We just noticed that. We took a look at it. The date code. There is one of the older Panasonics that we just looked at. That is a Discman. There's a Discman and a Discman. I have one. Literally just had one. Here we go. I have another player on deck. I'm probably going to cut all this. Here we go. This is it. This is the Panasonic I was talking about. Well, no, it's not. It's the Papa John's Panasonic. But you'll notice it's the same CD mech. It's the same laser sled assembly. It's in this guy. It's just cocked to a different angle. And I don't know if... I would assume that it's the same technology. They're just driving it faster and asking more of it. Maybe driving the laser harder. I don't know. I know that I watched a video just recently from Adrian's Digital Basement where he showed on an oscilloscope the RF signal coming from the actual lens assembly itself, the laser assembly itself, burned discs, and this disc in particular showed quite low signal strength compared to a pressed CD. So I can only imagine that this one may still have trouble. That was 2000. This is 2003. And Panasonic, oh my God, this is heavy. This has batteries in it. Oh, they're Eneloops. Okay, we're safe. I'm actually glad I opened this up because I've been wondering where these were. So, again, I apologize for the embarrassing and constant uninteresting commentary. I'm kind of new to this. This was very impulsive, but get this shot here. All right, mallet head. This was one of my favorite players. I actually bought this at Circuit City in high school and used it quite a bit because it fit right into my pocket because it was circular. I knew mallet head was going to work. I didn't think there was any reason it wouldn't. Played MP3s. Panasonic's always seek very fast. They're just very fast players, I've always found. I like the sound of them. I like the feature set. This was one of my favorite players when I was in high school. Because it's circular, it fits right in your pocket. No matter what pair of pants I wore, and I got bored with it after a while and switched to a different player, but this was a good player. So let's see. This, if you notice, is a different laser. It is a different laser sled assembly. Let's see. I am not going to make a prediction because I could be wrong. No. Immediately. No disc. Doesn't even try. Let's spin it up a little bit here. No, not at all. Just out of curiosity. That's no disc immediately. It doesn't even try. That is something. These don't have a switch for anti-shock. And I don't even know. Well, now that it's no disc, I don't know if it'll let me change anything, but I don't know if you can turn the anti-shock. Is that memory? No, I think that's just memory play. I don't think you can turn the anti-shock off on these. Unless there's some switch hidden underneath the battery cover. I don't think there is, though. No. Wow, that's disappointing. So far, we've not encountered a single Panasonic player. And the way I feel about these, I keep moving my poorly prepared camera platform. The way I feel about CD players is kind of like you got McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell, right? And then you have your outliers. Sony is McDonald's, bar none. Sony is just your it's your go-to. You think of fast food, you think of McDonald's. That's immediately what you think of. I don't care if your favorite is Wendy's. If you think of fast food, McDonald's is what you think of. And you think of, I think of Discman, I think of Sony. Well, if I think of a portable CD player, electronics, things like that, I think of Sony. That's my McDonald's. And I don't know if Panasonic is Wendy's or Burger King, but Panasonic was always the other brand to me. So, let's have some fun here. Let's have some fun. Let's go even older. This is a beast. This is a beast. I love this thing. You could kill somebody with this thing. the D15, and this was a mistake bringing this out, because A, it requires a center negative power supply, which I don't have to hand, and the battery is one of these guys. I knew it. It's not gonna have any better chance of playing if I do that. Oh, jeez. This isn't happening. Okay, well, I got hasty. I apologize. This was very impulsive. I did not prepare at all. I just brought this guy out and hyped him up for no reason. It's super cool, though. It's got the prehistoric mounting mechanism, which doesn't actually mount the CD. You just shove it on there, slap the lid down, and it holds it in place. It's metal. That's all I need to say. The entire thing, I think that's metal. That is metal. This feels wonderful in the hands. The hold switch is just positive. It's a wonderful player. And I'm sorry that I brought it out and teased it, and I don't have anywhere to plug it in at the moment. Oh, okay. Here we go. What is this? What on earth is... Oh, God. You've seen better days, folks. I have lots of these things, and some of them have seen some stuff. So we're going to throw some batteries in this and see if it works. If it doesn't, I may cut this part out because this is frankly embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This poor thing. Let's fucking open it. How do I open it? Oh, that's how you open it. This guy. All right. Mallet head. It will still work. I guarantee it. This, I didn't even do the introduction. It is a Pioneer PCD007. This is repairable. I'm not sure exactly why this is like this, but I'll fix it. It's obviously had some sort of mishap occur where the outside fascia has been damaged, but we will fix that. The actual controls are on this side. And we have no display. We have no display. Is this another case of battery contacts? I should cut this out because this is embarrassing. I brought out another player which does not work. And this is probably completely my fault. Oh, it's on hold. Let's see. No. Even Mallet Head can't save us now. Well, folks, I tried. Maybe this will be something I return to. But it even says something. What does it say? What does it say? Can I read it? Listen to the changes of harmony in time and space. Tokyo Techno. Tabe? What does that say? I did not even know it said that, and now I kind of feel bad for ruining this player. So, again, embarrassment. But I'm going to try to fix this one at some point here. I think mostly this was not in great condition when I got it. That happened when under my possession, though. I have no excuse for that. Lots of these, are, like I said, are in bins, and they have been in a storage unit. Digging for something interesting. Oh, here we go. I know this isn't going to work, but we'll try it anyway. Look at that. Just look at that. Again, Sony just knew what they were doing. Obviously, I mean, this is the sports model that you're supposed to sweat all over, and, you know, it's made to take the abuse. And it's sealed. It's got the rubber seal around it. You can probably submerge this puppy in water. It'll be just fine. These center hubs, sometimes you'd find them with little missing segments here, which would make the CD kind of bounce up and down as it spins. That one is pretty true. So let's, that is, oh, yeah, that's broken. That was broken when I got it, folks. I swear. All right. This is, again, embarrassing. Haha. This is actually cool. I I didn't see this too often. There were some Panasonics that did this, where as it filled up the ESP, it would give you this little meter here. Where is the volume control? There it is. I can't hear Mallet Head. There we go. I was wondering what the problem was. Yeah, there's Mallet Head for us. DSP. Oh yeah. That's actually fairly cromulent. But let's fill that meter up again. That's just cool. All right. I'm not sure what the hell that is. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the battery meter. I'm stupid. That is kind of cool. I'm glad this still works. That's a weird interim. This is, I think, probably 95, I'm going to say, from the looks of it. Because it had the early Sony mechanism here, with the laser sled looking like it does. My 95 CD player had this. My very first portable CD players from 95, it had that little deal. $6, yellow. No date on this that I'm seeing. I'm probably completely missing it. I'm going to say 95, 96, because that just seems like the era. Let's see. I got one of those. I am honestly kind of running out of cool ones. This one will not work, but I also don't have a power supply for it. This has always been in poor shape, but this was mostly a display piece. And there are folks, obviously, out there that have this. This will work. Why won't it open? Oh, because this was magnetized to that. This will work if I had again, a 9-volt center negative power supply. It has been in storage for a little while, hence its condition, but I can clean that up. But yeah, this will work. I just don't have the power supply for it, and when I got it, the catch was broken. So this is a parts sort of machine, but that's okay. Holy cow! Okay, I was going to show this one. I do actually have a power supply for this one, the OmniBook. The HP Omni. I bought a lot of OmniBooks recently. Super cool laptops. All of them worked. And this actually came with it. This works. It is a CD-ROM drive, but they helpfully left or added the playback controls on them too, so you can use it as a portable CD player. And it has a SCSI connection and the DC in the back, which has the center pin dealie. I had that power supply. I actually was using this the other day. This won't play that disc, I guarantee you. This will not play the Lorde CD. But it's cool, and I probably could demonstrate it if I ran into the room and got the power supply, but I think it's kind of elementary at this point. Okay, here's another one, and I honestly... Okay. We're having poor luck with Panasonics tonight. Just none of them work, and this, I don't think... This has been a sacrificial lamb at some point, too. Either that or the spindle just fell off. Again, embarrassment galore. Why? Oh, Panasonics and the blue. I actually have one of these in silver. My buddy, when I was in high school, had one of these in silver. 2001, this won't work. We've already figured that out. Okay, we'll have more fun here. This is actually kind of cool. This, I believe, reads... This is for a device for the blind. Yeah, it is a, I could be wrong with that, but it may just be a device to read audiobooks, but I'm showing ignorance here. Oh, there's my Led Zeppelin CD. This does not look Panasonic or Sony-ish, so this may be a unique experience. Let's see. No batteries in it. Yes, I wasn't an idiot. All right, let's try this one. That stupid ribbon. It's going to be in the way, isn't it? All right. That is a really obnoxious. This is some other brand of CD player that they've just thrown their logo on. This almost looks like a Rio Volt. Do I have the Rio Volt to hand? Or did I throw it? I am. I don't know. Let's take a look here. Yes, this is a Rio Volt. Exactly the same. It's just been interesting. 32 ohms. So that's interesting that they rebranded it, added the keypad to the top, and branded it the DMP207. Victor Reader. I don't think that's related to RCA Victor. I think this is Victor is a different company. Well, doesn't really matter anyway because it doesn't want to power on. I wonder if I wonder if these batteries are causing problems. It's always something. You have to hold down the button. Oh, there we go. All right. Humanware. Let's try this out. I'm not trying Led Zeppelin. I'm going to stick to Mallet Head because Led Zeppelin will immediately get me a copyright strike. And whether or not I get, monetization, I don't really care about money. I'm not making money off YouTube. Let's see what happens here. So can we play Mallet Head? Come on, Mallet Head. The battery logo is showing up.
Welcome to Victor Reader. No disc.
Oh. Well. Oh, it was trying. Let's see. Don't fail us now, Mallet Head. So it's trying to read the disc, and it very helpfully. I'm sticking to my initial assessment that this is a device for the blind. I have not done any research on that. It may be an ignorant assumption to make, but it's fairly clear that this is purpose-built or purpose-modified. Oh, there we go. There's a Mallet Head. It doesn't sound very confident. Like, I can hear it struggling. Yeah, it's struggling hard. You can hear it. It's not having a good time right now. But it got better after I gave it the old heave-ho. The old Hawk-Tua. So let's try one more time. If it can't read Mallet Head, it's not going to read Lorde, but dichotomy of humanity. Mallet Head and Lorde. That's trying. Yeah. Yeah, we're about to have Phil here tell us the no disc again. Or Dave, whatever his name is. That's interesting that it pops up with that. It may have been there the whole time, but I'm just now noticing the battery logo in the corner. I'm going to guess.
Welcome to Victor Reader. No disc.
Thanks, Dave. All right, well, we had a little more luck with this than we did with the regular Rio Volt here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this a fail, and not even on its own merits. Well, on its own merits, actually, because it can't play Mallet Head. It tried to. Might help if I took out the right side. No, it won't, because... Alright, well... No luck with the two Rio Volt clones. Digging around... This is a clone. Well, this is just a different color variation of the other Iowa we had down here, which is right here to hand. They have the same model, 5260C, 7250C. They look pretty much the same. Oh, no. This has got EAS 3X. This only has EAS 2X. Advantage EAS 3X. All right. Oh, let's do this. another model of this DFJ 401. This is a different one that I had before, so let's. I think this one will work. I don't even think we need to put mallet head in here because, as much as we like mallet head, I think Sony's got the advantage here over Panasonic, over Wendy's, as it were. Really trying to get this in first time. And the thing about Sony's is when you close the lid, it starts to read the TOC. So, there we go. Huh. Yeah, it's going. It's doing it. Wah, 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 wah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. No. Oh, it would help if I had the volume up. Wah, 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 wah. There we go. All right. While we're here. No. Stop it. Anyway, okay. Let's go ahead and take Lorde out. Carefully set her to the side. Yeah, these Sonys, you don't even need to really test them, as I think anything with the G protection, because the ESP2, I want to say the ESP2 couldn't do it, but let's, here's another one that I will play it, these G protection ones. Sony just seemed to have the edge. Here's a Discman ESP. This one won't play it. Almost guaranteed. And it's anything... Wow, that's... that was stiff. This will play mallet head, but it won't play Lorde. Yeah. Cool player. One of the first with... I mean, not the first, but... one of the variations... first variations with ESP. It's kind of cool. Okay, here we go. The Psych. This is a monster. I love this thing. I don't think this one will play it, but let's try it anyway. Just because I like the design so much and it's tickling me. We'll try mallet head first, just for fun. I don't think this is going to play it. This has got the slightly older mechanism. It just has this, the headphone jack just sticking out the side. Psych, who cares? It's got ESP. It'll play mallet head. Almost guarantee you. These are pretty reliable. There we go. There's mallet head. But it's got the... This is closely related to... I want to say this is closely related to those... the Sony I just showed. The DFJ with the TV tuner. Slightly older, though. And Sony helpfully does not put year of make on the back. Oh, no, I am full of crap. February 2000. There it is. So right around the year 2000, which the one I just showed you was around that time too. In fact, let me just take a look here just to confirm my own suspicions. Does this not have a date code on it? No, it does not. I am looking from top to bottom because I'm missing it. I know I'm missing it, but I do not see. I'm not confident enough in my skills to decipher whether or not the serial number has the year in it. I know that there are some people that can do that pretty easily. I am not one of those people. I will get it wrong every time. So, no, I want to say, even though it says G protection, I want to say it says ESP on the display, but I'm not going to verify that because I'm too lazy. But mallet head can come out. I don't think Lorde is going to work. But let's give her a shot anyway. Let's give her a shot. The Psych. The Psych. Come on. Just trying. No. No CD. And there's just, it's the delineation between G protection and ESP is what it is. So, I mean, that's pretty finite. Like, I don't think we need to throw too many more players at her. But it's interesting, nonetheless. At least it's interesting to me. That's why I'm sitting here doing this. Here's another variation of the... I love this design. I don't know. I like the circular ones. Even though this is bulbous, it's fat. It feels good in the hand. This is not, obviously not carbon fiber. It looks like carbon fiber. But it's got this. This will play it. This would play Lorde. I don't even need to throw it in because I know it would work because it's G protection. I think that's just the delineating line where you... And see, here's another... There's a fun one. ESP Max. Let's try this for fun. For grins and giggles, as it were. I've already cursed a fair few times in this video, but I might as well keep it fairly family friendly, even though my inclination is to swear like a sailor. Where's that headphone jack? There it is. No remote socket on this one. Interestingly, I am screwing up my holes on. All right, we'll throw a mallet head in there just to see. I think this one will work. But it's interesting that this is, I want to say this is post. Obviously, mallet head's working. No, this is right around the same time as the other, the DFJ. It's the same sort of time range. So but this will most likely play. It says G protection nowhere on it. This says just the on and off for the ESP. And I wonder. It's got the newer mech. It's got the newer laser sled. I think this will play Lorde. Let's find out. Wah, 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 wah. Ah, here we go. 11 tracks. Wah, 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 wah. All right. Curious. Just kind of curious. If we switch that ESP off, I think it'll still work. I don't see why that would change things. Yeah. Yep. It's just this, it's this Sony mech. It's just, God tier. I don't even know if I would say God tier because the Panasonic... One of the cool things about the Panasonic players back in the day, those of you who grew up with CDs will know, when you found a brand of CD player that could play everything, you used it. These could play anything I threw at them. Scratch discs, whatever. And it was why I liked the Panasonics. The Sonys, the newer ones could do it. These could play anything you threw at them. Even the older Panasonics could. Like, my buddy had one of these, the silver, and I was complaining about scratch discs. He wasn't. These could play anything. Anything you threw at him. It's not really a case in point. This Led Zeppelin disc is scratched to hell. But this would play in here. And I don't know how well it would play on something like this. And it's just... I don't know if it's testament to how far these mechs came, how far the lasers, laser mechanisms came. It's almost pointless at this point to say this one will work or to try this one. I think this one will just work. It's new enough. This is mid-2000s, I want to say. 2005 maybe. They did some weird stuff. The DFJ... G protection. This is not quite A-track, but it'll play CDRs and RWs. I don't think this will play MP3s. But they did some cool stuff. They kind of consolidated the controls all into the center. Again, this was apparently a sacrificial lamb for something else. I have one of these that does play A-track, so if I needed a spindle off of something to try to get something else working, these lower class players with that didn't play A-track just kind of became sacrificial. It's not hard to toss a spindle back on these. They don't, you pull it straight off. It doesn't require much balancing, and even these are really good with balancing. So they are really refined. Let's see, something unique. This isn't really unique. This is also one of my favorite players. I had one of these. I don't know why Born in the USA is in here. Very early pressing, made in Japan, I think. Nope, USA. Very early DADC pressing. Yeah, this is a cool player. This is one of the ones. The ribbons in these sometimes like to pop out the back, but yeah, this is very similar to the other player I had. This is kind of an older brother to this. The SLSX, where this is SLXV. And where is the other circular one? Oh well, you get the point. I don't think there's anything else really to be gone through in these, because I just had a whole bin of shuffling through. So let's fool around a little bit. This may require some off-camera preparation, because this is not, again, no preparation, none. I did not prepare for this. I just tossed some stuff on the desk. So that's some decoration. Some decoration. Making a huge mess. We don't need this for this coming attraction. Oh, it's not been dusted. It's been sitting next to my TV forever. The EI key. The EI key. E key. 7070 stereo compact disc player cassette tape recorder. It doesn't even fit on the camera. It does not fit on the camera, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh. Got the power. It's got a little pocket in the back where you keep the power cord. There's dust all over it. Again, no preparation. I just dug this thing out of the closet. Can I find somewhere to plug this in? Maybe. Yes. We'll reach. No preparation. No disc. That is a Sony mech, though. This is interesting. So, this is a Sony mechanism. This is a boombox Sony mechanism. This video was originally going to be, I'm going to play this in every CD player I own. That will take all night. I own many CD players. I own many boomboxes. I own many DVD players. I own crap like this, which this does not work, and it's obviously seen better days. It's a cool piece. I don't know how that happened. But it has not worked since I bought it at a thrift. Good old mallet head. I have no reason to believe that mallet head will not work. Make sure it's not blasting. Push play. This is a Sony mech. Why? Oh. Obviously, this has no relation to any of this control. None. This is just, it just switches between the cassette and the CD side of things. It just switches the amplifier between them. Kind of cool. Will it play Lorde? I don't think it will. That's my guess. But, let's find out. That's a no. It's not even spinning the disc. Nope. It's not even spinning the disc. Let's do this. I'm going to say no. Does not like it. And that's, I don't know what to chalk that up to. I'm assuming just laser is very picky. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Let's have a little more fun. I don't think this is going to work either. LXI series. This, I believe this was sold at... Somebody will correct me if anybody ever watches this. I believe LXI was Sears. I want to say that LXI was sold at Sears. I could be wrong. But I've seen other LXI products. Let's get back into the picture here because that's why we're here. There we go. Let's set this up a little bit. There's really nothing to see. It's got an LCD display. And already has a disc in it, apparently. What is this? Oh, Pulp Fiction. That will get a copyright strike immediately. Let's see if... It is... This is terrible. This feels terrible. And I don't know, that probably isn't the way it was when it was new. This is another thrift store find. This is terrible. It just feels horrible. But, well, Mallet Head is playing. I don't have an RCA jack to hook it up with. Well, let's, hang on. I'm assuming Mallet Head is playing. It's skipping between tracks. So I'm going to call that a success for Mallet Head. I am going to guess that Lorde will not even spin. I think that's the only way we can... But this is a new mech we haven't seen yet. This is a cheap mech. I had an LXI player when I was a child. When I was a tween, I guess you would say. It had this same mech in it. I abused the absolute crap out of it. When I was younger, I was savage with my electronics. I ruined them. I'm going to guess Lorde will not play. Not even spinning. No activity. Doesn't even read it. It'll probably let us go up to 20, 25. Yeah. There's 11 tracks on this disc. It's given up. Nope. Does not like it at all. Not surprising. Again, there seems to be a clear line in the sand. And it has to do with just when the thing was made. 90s, mid-90s seem to be the delineation. And that's even, it's late 90s. It's the G protection. And it really just seems to be Sony, because we haven't encountered a Panasonic that can play it yet. We haven't encountered anything but the Sonys. None of the other players have been able to do it. I don't. Yeah, there's dirt all over all of these. We haven't really been able to test any of the other players because the other ones wouldn't work. The non-Sony, non-Panasonic ones. I don't even think I have any others that would even be suitable. There's a Sony S2. I'm going to tell you about things rather than showing them to you. What is this? Oh, God. This won't work, but it's a chonker. This is just... It's huge. This is meant to be used in the car. It's got a giant damper system in it. Yeah, I don't really have all that much else interesting to throw at this. So I think that's going to be kind of where I call it. Because anything else I have is desktop sort of bookshelf players that I just don't think will do the job. I don't know where the power adapter is for this, but I honestly don't think this will play either because it's just basically the same mech as the others. This is a get out of here. This is a I love this thing. It's so stupid, but it's so cool. It's just a dock. It's a speaker dock. You just dock this square portable CD player into. I love it. It is the dumbest thing ever, but it is so cool. And it's a the model number is L0EAAB00008. No. 000008. I don't know where the AC adapter is at the moment. I have it somewhere, but I'm in the middle of moving right now, and I don't know where any of this stuff is. There it is. So it has, so if I open this, if I say open, there it is. Eject, just ejects the whole damn thing. Open, opens the CD player itself as if it wasn't a separate entity. And this is another one where it takes the stupid gum stick batteries. It works. I've used it before. I don't think it will play Lorde. I don't know what it is. I just the clear CD, man. And I haven't yet found a mitigating factor in getting it to play on anything but the Sonys. And I think that's probably where I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video, or I'll test some other things in different areas of the house and throw them in at the end. I don't know. Taking a quick glance around at the absolute melee that is the room, which I'm not going to show because there's an embarrassment level that I'm not quite prepared to address at the moment. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put Mallet Head back in his case just to make sure that because as you have seen, I have discs that have just been hanging out in CD players, and I don't think I can do that to Mallet Head. We like Mallet Head. That the track we were listening to was Yeah Yeah, even though this CD is called Yeah Yeah Yeah, on Frontier Records. It's a cutout, man. Poor Mallet Head. I have no idea who these people are. I know nothing about Mallet Head. But give them a listen. Maybe they're on Apple Music. Maybe Mallet Head could use lunch this year. I put music on Apple Music, and in 3 years, I made $13, enough to buy lunch. And I don't know, Mallet Head, he looks hungry. He looks upset. Maybe he just needs lunch. I think this is, if I didn't have the side spine to look at, this would be Yesh 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 by Mallet Hedged. I don't know. That is a terrible font. Anyway, I will cease making fun of Mallet Head and grab one more interesting looking CD player to call it a day. We know this will work. But this is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. I know this is for runners. Obviously, it's a sports model, but this look at this. It's silly. They were trying so hard with this. They were trying so hard to make this. I can't. I'm thinking the iPod was out by this time, and they were like, "What do we do? What do we do, guys? I don't know. We tried the strap, right? We tried the strap. We needed to buy these so bad. We're putting so much cool stuff in it. It's got the radio. It's got the radio, and it's got memory, and it's got presets, and we got the TV and weather band. They can listen to Oprah while they're jogging. They can listen to Dr. Phil. If it starts raining, they can turn on the weather band to know how long it's going to rain. It's got the thumb control. They didn't like the thumb control. What do we do now? We make it play 8-track 3. This model had an 8-track 3 variant as well, but this plays 8-track 3 plus. It's got the thumb majigger, and for gosh sakes, look at that. And somebody put stupid Velcro on here, but just why does this exist? You ratchet the entire CD, the entire lid, and on top of everything else, it's got a parametric equalizer. So you can adjust your EQ on this tiny, tiny little orange screen. I have nothing else to say about this. The D-NS707F. It's fantastic. I love it. It's so stupid, but I love it. I love that they just tried to shove as much functionality in this as they possibly could. And it's horrible, and it's wonderful. Sony is truly the king of this. It's been done to death. Everybody has talked about how much Sony. I bring this forward. I own one of these. It is in poor condition, but it is mine. I love the mini disc. I love the just everything about it, the audacity of it as a format. I love just how tactile it is. I love that the discs just rattle and shine, and it is absolutely, if you can say this, oh my gosh, if you can say this about a movie, you can say this about an audio format. Mini disc insists upon itself. It just does. It has been described as a collecting meme, and it just is, because Sony. That's all you can say about it. It insists upon itself, Minidisc does, and this player as well insists upon itself. I don't know how better to put it. And that's where I'm going to end this video. This CD is ridiculous. I love it. I may buy another copy just to have it sealed, because I'm not really that kind of collecting geek. I just like cool stuff. I don't care what condition it's in. Obviously, this is smoker yellow. The top of it is a different color than the bottom of it. Obviously sat in the sun for some period of time. It's just cool. The buttons are cool. The design is cool. The thumbstick is cool. It's in fair condition. It plays, it works. I have another one of these that is in better condition. When I see this stuff, I just pick it up because usually it's $3. This is the exact same model. No, it's not. I am lying out my teeth. This is the DNS 505, and it is not orange. This is not orange. That is orange. This is not. Is that the only difference? The rabbit hole goes way deeper than I expected, folks. This is, this doesn't have the radio on it, does it? This just has, yeah. Does this even have the radio? I believe it does. What is that? Yeah, radio on. This has the radio. I am not an expert in the variations, yeah, because this doesn't have down here. Details elude me at times, but I figure it out, folks. I do. And for another variant, without the ridiculousness, the D-NS313F, I have tons of these things just hanging around. I wanted to make a video about them, and I couldn't figure out what to do. Another one that's missing the spindle. This is my sorted collection, folks. It is a dog's breakfast of randomness. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. But it's all in service of this. This is just cool. I'm going to leave it here because this is an hour and a half long. Thank you for watching if you do. I don't know why you would. I don't know why, if you've gotten this far, kudos to you. I have no Patreon. I do have a Patreon, but it's for my my music project, which is called Reflectivity. Ironically enough, since this disc has none. Look up Reflectivity on Apple Music because I don't even think I'm paying to have it up on any of the other services, but Apple Music for some reason has persisted. This is Drums and Junk. Thank you for watching this rambling, embarrassing video, and maybe I'll do another one in the future. But for your sake, hopefully not. Thank you again for watching.